Please welcome Laysha Ward and Tim Welsh.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. You can say it louder than that. Good evening. All right, that's better. Welcome to Greater MSP's 2023 kickoff at the beautiful Guthrie Theater, where I recently saw a performance, by the way, of a fabulous show called Blues for an Alabama Sky. I don't know if any of you saw that play by Pearl Clegg. If you haven't, I would encourage you to check it out. I heard some claps in the audience. It was phenomenal. And it's in that spirit that we're so excited to be here together because we are Greater MSP, and we're back together again in person, which is something to celebrate. And we are thrilled that we were scheduled to be together this week versus last week during our little snowstorm. And it's in that spirit that we also want to welcome all of you here. We're so grateful that you chose to spend your time with us, and want to give a special greeting to our elected officials who are present. And one of those is our very own Minneapolis Mayor, Jacob Fry, who will join us on stage to say a few words. Mayor Fry?
Well, thank you so much, Laysha and Tim, and it is so good to be back with everyone here at the Greater MSP meeting, bringing everyone together. The last time I was on a stage here in the Guthrie, I was actually performing as a guest in A Christmas Carol. I had like tights on and this old like 1800s style jacket, and that kind of gives you a level of the seriousness of the job that you used to have as to right now. The kind of issues that we have confronted in the last few years have been extraordinary, but the beauty is that we've tackled them all as a team. And Greater MSP has been such a critical part of this work because as we rebound, we've got to do it together. This is not about Minneapolis versus St. Paul. This is not about the two specific Twin Cities versus our greater region. This is about a regionalist approach. This is about all of us rallying around a common cause, which we know is not just getting back to the old normal, because that would be positively unacceptable. It's blowing by that old normal and getting to true change and transformation in this city and in this greater region. I got to give a huge thank you, and if you could give Peter Frosch a round of applause for all of the work that he's done at Greater MSP. The bids we are chasing, the grants we are trying to get, the level of coordination that we are seeing right now, and the fruit that we are seeing come to bear is undoubtedly the result of a whole lot of work and a whole lot of partnerships, and all of you. And so from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your commitments to the greater Minneapolis-St. Paul region. Thank you for your commitment to this city. We are rebounding in fine form, in large part because of you. So, thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.
I'm a hugger, and I'm glad that we're moving into a space where it's okay to do that again. So thank you, Mayor Fry, for being with us. He also serves on the Greater MSP board, and we're just grateful for his engagement. You know, at Target, we start by talking about our why, which is our purpose. Our why at Greater MSP is to make this region greater by growing the economy and creating more economic opportunity for everyone. Our why is to solve some of the world's greatest challenges through innovation and to make our region even more globally competitive. It's a big why, a purpose worth rallying around, and it's one that I know we can achieve together. We're doing it with a shared strategy, a strategy with pillars that include growing jobs, creating a talent advantage, accelerating our innovation ecosystem, building our region's brand image, advancing racial inclusion, and so much more. This strategy is about driving inclusive economic growth, an economy that grows faster and is sustainable for everyone. And I'm really proud of what we've been able to accomplish together, and yet we all know it is not sufficient. There is so much more we can and need to do, and we will do it. And here to talk more about what we will do together is my friend and colleague, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Laysha. As Laysha said, we have done a lot together as one Greater MSP partnership. And when I use that phrase, I'm not thinking about an organization. I'm thinking about this partnership and countless others who aren't here tonight, but who play such a critical role in helping this region continue to be vibrant. And I must tell you that tonight is a really special night for me, because I remember back in 2009, when a number of us had conversations over a period, and we said, you know what? We want to be the region that comes out of that great financial crisis, that great recession. We want to come out of that stronger, better than we were before. And the only way we can do that is if people from all parts of our community come together behind a common vision of making this region stronger for everybody. And that's what we did. And today, as a result of that work all of you have done, since 2009, we have helped together to bring more than 75,000 jobs and $5 billion of investment to this region, right? That is what you did together. That's right, thank you. But I also want to highlight, just as Laysha said, the work is far from done. We have so many opportunities in front of us, so much more to do to make sure that this region is not only vibrant in the aggregate, but it is vibrant for every single person. That every single person who grows up here has the potential to thrive, the ability to achieve their full potential in life. That is what Greater MSP, this organization, and this region are about. Thank you for all you have done. Thank you for being a big part of that vision. Laysha, it's a big vision for all of us.
Indeed it is. You know, I think sometimes we don't even realize how special this thing is that we've created. And I was on a business trip for Target recently and attended a forum on economic development and was blown away when a couple of people in attendance came up to me and mentioned that as they were benchmarking organizations who are doing this work like at such an elevated level across the country, that the Greater MSP continued to come up on the top of their list, right? Sometimes you don't realize when you're in the middle of it, like doing the work, and it's hard work, that we're still leaders in this space. And we can celebrate the accomplishments that we have, knowing that we still have a lot more work to do. So tonight we come together to recognize the power of what we've created together and to look to the future. And we want to celebrate some of the nation-leading solutions that we've actually created together this year. And we're going to reveal some really inspiring new bodies of work that will transform our economy and the access and opportunities that people in this community can have to build great careers and families. And I want to say that again, it's about access and opportunity. Like, it has not been equally applied, and there's work we can and need to do in that space. And I'm excited for you to hear more about these amazing projects. You know, they're not just hypothetical concepts, but they're real, tangible projects where we're making progress. And I think you're going to be really excited about what you hear, and we hope that you'll continue to be engaged. So many of you are engaged in the work. We cannot do this alone. We can do hard things, but we don't have to do hard things alone. And I'm really honored and grateful to be on this journey with all of you, and looking forward to seeing us have the kind of sustainable impact that this community needs and deserves.
You know, what Laysha is describing is about the next transformation of this region. We've been on a journey where we've been transforming many parts, and you're going to hear lots tonight about the transformation of where we've been, but we're all incredibly excited about where we're going. If you think about a transformation, many of you work in companies or organizations that are transforming. I know at US Bank, the way that banking is done is radically changing. And if you think about a transformation, it involves big, bold ideas, and you're going to hear some big, bold ideas tonight. It involves people coming together and thinking in new ways, new mindsets, collaborating in ways that they haven't done before. That's all part of the institutional transformation, and that's what I think this region has the potential to do. But we can also only do that, we can only transform the region collectively when we also transform ourselves individually, when we learn new things, explore places that we haven't gone before, and critically build new relationships where we can learn from one another, listen to one another. And I'm particularly grateful for Laysha in this. Prior to actually being on the board of Greater MSP, we didn't actually know each other hardly at all. But we've become such good friends, and I have learned so much from her. We were on a Zoom call recently talking to a group, and we found ourselves literally finishing each other's sentences. And it was one of those moments that you realize that not only do you have a friend, you have a long-lost sibling.
He didn't know he was a middle-aged black woman until that very moment.
And I am so grateful for her and for the many other friendships that I have made along the way, because they have transformed me. And so I encourage you to think about, as we go forward in this region for the next decade, the big ideas that you're going to hear about, the boldness that's required. But I also hope that you'll think about, who are those friendships that I'm going to make, like me and Laysha, that are going to transform you as well.